There are 5 habits that can help you lose 100 pounds of fat within months. This woman did it, and you don't even have to jump onto some weird diet plan. Today, I'll be revealing exactly what those simple habits are, so that you just have to put them into motion. And I'll give you a simple framework to follow so that it becomes much easier to implement. So let's get to it.
When this woman weighed 270 pounds, she made the same mistake everyone makes. She did tons of cardio. She cut calories, but she completely ignored lifting weights. Big mistake. Here's what happens. After you turn 30, you lose muscle every single year. Not a little, a lot. By about a full % of muscle mass every year. That's the use it or lose it rule in action. And no, you won't get bulky lifting weights. Getting bulky takes years of serious, intentional work. Years. But here's the cool part. Muscle is like a bigger engine. The bigger your engine, the more gas it burns. Same thing with muscle and calories. More muscle means your body burns more calories just sitting there. It's like upgrading from a 4-cylinder engine to a V8. You eat the exact same food and lose more weight just because you have more muscle. And it gets better. Lifting weights makes your bones stronger and thus prevents bones from breaking. It also gives you better balance, so you don't fall in the first place. The hormone benefits are insane as well. Lifting weights fixes your entire hormone system. It balances your blood sugar, it boosts growth hormone, which drops after 30. It increases testosterone, giving you energy and sex drive. It lowers stress hormones. It increases the happy chemicals in your brain. And here's the part she didn't expect. As her body changed, her confidence exploded. She started applying for jobs she thought she wasn't qualified for. She felt sexy. She felt powerful. People treated her differently. Not because she looked different, but because she carried herself differently. So here's what you do. Lift weights at least 3 days per week. And eat enough protein to build that muscle. Which leads me to the next habit. But first, let me show you the easiest change that made everything else work better.
At 270 pounds, she was getting maybe 5,000 steps a day. And like everyone else, she thought she needed to start running to lose weight. Wrong. Your body burns calories in 4 ways. One of those ways is called NEAT. That stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis. It's a fancy term that refers to the calories you burn just by moving around during the day. Walking, doing dishes, pacing while you talk on the phone, that stuff. And NEAT is actually the second biggest calorie burner in your day. Bigger than exercise, way bigger than most people think. And as you know, walking is easy. When you're heavy and scared of the gym, walking is perfect. 10 minutes of walking equals about 1,000 steps. No equipment, no gym membership. And unlike running, which destroys your knees when you're overweight, walking is gentle. But here's the key. Don't go crazy overnight. Going from 5,000 steps to 10,000 steps overnight is how you burn out and quit. Here's the simple system she used. We'll call it the step ladder method. First, download a step tracker. Your phone probably already has one. Let it track you for 1 week. Don't try to change anything. Just see what your normal is. What's your average? Let's say it's 5,000 steps. Great. Next week, add 500 steps. That's it. Just 500 more per day. The week after, add another 500. Keep going until you hit 8,000 to 12,000 steps per day. Now, when she was training for bodybuilding competitions, she hit 25,000 steps a day. But that's extreme. You don't need that. For most people, 8,000 to 12,000 is the sweet spot. Just by hitting her steps, she burned hundreds of extra calories without feeling like she was dieting. But something was still wrong. She got stuck at 176 pounds for months. Couldn't break through until she discovered habit 3. This is where she was stuck. She felt like she was eating healthy. She thought she was in a calorie deficit, but the scale wouldn't move from 176 pounds. The problem? She was guessing. And when you guess, you generally lose. Let me explain how sneaky this is. Ever heard of BLTs? Not the sandwich. Bites, licks, and tastes. Like finishing your kid's pancakes, the handful of nuts while you're making dinner, the corner of your partner's brownie, the few bites that don't count. Those BLTs add up to 1,000 extra calories per day. 1,000. And you barely remember them because they feel tiny in the moment. We'll call this the invisible calorie problem. Or how about when you tell yourself, I'll be good after vacation? Or I can't track during the holidays. You can travel, have fun, and make smart food choices, you know? Here's what changed everything for her. She started tracking in grams. She got a food scale. She used an app like MyFitnessPal. And she went from 176 pounds to 140 pounds. Side note, I'm currently building an app designed to help you live longer, healthier, and happier. Make sure to subscribe and join the email list. You'll be the first to know when it launches, and you'll start receiving weekly fitness and wellness tips right away. If tracking what you eat sounds hard, it's not. Here's how to start. Just track what you're already eating for 1 week. Don't change anything. Just write it down. Log every meal, every snack, every BLT. See what your real consumption looks like. Because here's the truth. If you're saying, I'm not eating enough to lose weight, or I think I'm in a deficit, you're eating more than you think. The data doesn't lie. Your brain does. Once you see the real numbers, then you adjust. But tracking alone won't work. Because when she started tracking, she discovered she was making a huge mistake with one specific nutrient. And that mistake was killing her progress. When she started tracking, she had a wake-up call. She was only eating 50 grams of protein per day. 50. That's terrible. Here's why. Protein is the building block of muscle. It's literally what muscle is made from. If you lift weights, but don't eat protein, your body can't build muscle. It's like trying to build a house without any bricks. You're doing the work, but you don't have the materials. But protein does something else that's amazing for fat loss. It has the highest thermic effect of food. We'll call this the TEF. Put simply, your body burns more calories digesting protein than it does digesting carbs or fat. You burn calories just by eating protein. It's like getting paid to work out. So how much do you need? Most experts say 1 gram per pound of body weight. Some say 1 gram per pound of your goal weight. Either way, you need way more than you're eating now. Here's the system. We'll call it the protein ladder method. Track your protein for 7 days. Find your average, then add more protein to one meal, then another meal, then another. Don't change everything at once. And start your day with protein. Not pancakes, not bagels, not croissants. Those spike your blood sugar and make you crash. Then you're hungry and tired all day. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Not all protein is actually protein. Sounds weird, but it's true. Good protein sources include egg whites, lean ground beef, chicken breast, ground turkey, tuna. Bad protein sources that are marketed as high protein, peanut butter, mostly fat, quinoa, mostly carbs, most protein bars, basically candy bars with protein sprinkles. Protein powder is usually solid though, usually 20 to 30 grams of protein with less than 3 grams of carbs and fat. Here's the rule. If most of the calories in a food don't come from protein, it's not a protein source. Simple. When she finally ate enough protein, everything changed. Her muscles grew, her metabolism sped up, her body actually changed shape, not just weight. But there was one more habit, the hardest one, the one most people never fix, and it's why most people lose weight and then gain it all back. This is the habit that separates losing weight temporarily from changing your body forever. This woman was an emotional eater. When she was stressed, maybe after a fight or a bad day, she'd eat a whole sleeve of Oreos. Then she'd feel guilty. Then she'd do cardio to burn it off. Then the cycle repeated. Stress, eat, guilt, cardio. Stress, eat, guilt, cardio. We'll call this the stress-eat loop. Sound familiar? Here's why this happens. When you were a baby and you cried, what happened? Someone put something in your mouth. A bottle, a pacifier, food. You learn that putting something in your mouth makes you feel better. That pattern stays with you unless you break it. So here's the system she used to stop. Step 1, remove the trigger. Stop buying your trigger foods. Don't bring them into your house. If you really want a treat, you have to leave, go buy it, eat a single serving, and don't bring any home. That extra effort makes a huge difference. Step 2, pause and ask. When you want to eat emotionally, stop. Ask yourself, am I actually hungry? Or am I bored, lonely, angry, stressed, sad, or tired? Usually, you're not hungry. You're trying to fix an emotion with food. Step 3. Remember that food can't fix emotions. Ice cream won't fix your breakup. Chips won't solve your work problems. But you know what might? Moving, going for a walk, getting sunlight. These actually change how you feel. Here's something powerful. Cravings are in your head, not your body. Your body doesn't want the cookies. Your brain just connected stress with cookies. Movie night means popcorn. Friday means pizza. Stress means candy. We'll call these food-emotion links. The uncomfortable truth is that you created that link, but this also means that you can break it. She had a rule: leave the house before you leave your body. When she felt triggered, she'd literally leave. Go for a walk, drive somewhere, anything to break the pattern. And here's the mindset shift that made it stick. Accept what is, not the story you tell yourself. The story of, I'm not good enough, or I always fail, those are just stories. They're not real. If you want change, something has to change. Change happens one step at a time. Every choice either serves your current self or your future self. And the patterns that got you here won't get you there. They have to go.
So there you have it. 5 habits that sparked a 100-pound transformation. Lift weights to build your calorie-burning engine. Walk more to boost your daily burn. Track everything because your brain lies. Eat way more protein to build muscle. And stop emotional eating to make it last forever. Now, I've covered a lot, but here's the thing. These 5 habits work great alone, but there's one strategy that makes all of them work even better. It accelerates your results. And most people have no idea how to do it right. I'm talking about fasting. Done right, fasting optimizes your hormones, cranks up fat burning, kills cravings, and makes staying in a deficit easy. But there's a right way and a wrong way, and most people do it wrong. So if you want to take what you learned today and supercharge it, click the video right here. I'll show you how to use fasting without killing your muscle or slowing your metabolism. Don't leave this incomplete. Click that video now. Let's keep going.